Good morning, you guys. My name's John Wright. You know what? I'm the Holy Father's son. I'm Adam from Adam and Eve. It just goes on and on how that works. But I've got a scar under my arm and marks on my feet and stuff, and there's other things that goes on. But I told all the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me the Holy Father in heaven. And I've been assured there's nothing that I can do in this world that will condemn me ever again, because I've already paid the price. Saying that, I'm still a law-abiding citizen. I don't really promote harm to other people, but when the Holy Father's button's been pushed, he'll push my button, and you wouldn't believe what will happen. I'll become so angered that I'll go over and I'll pick up a big stone and I'll throw it, and I'll actually break it right in half. And there's some stones right over there by Steamboat Landing on that there far side. You go over there by that little jetty where the pilings come up, and there's a little good steelhead fishing over there, I think. I really think there's good fish over there, if there's fish at all right there, and I'm sure there is. But right over there's some broke rocks, and I tell you, I was so angered and upset. You know, a few weeks ago, I was so pissed off, and I told them down at Starbucks when I went there, they probably wondered why I hadn't been inside. Before I left, I was so fucking pissed off with Chase and Dan and stuff that I went and I did something. Like, just, oh boy, I really, but the whole thing is when I hurt myself like that, when I kick something or something, and if I don't, I break it. But if I injure myself in the process, God Almighty don't like it. He's going to take it out on the world like a vengeance. I'll tell you what, he don't like the idea that I have bloody knuckles and stuff like that. So I know all I have to do is go get my knuckles bloodied and stuff and scar myself up a little bit, and the world's going to have a fucked up day. He doesn't even like it when I nick myself shaving, so he wants me to be careful that I don't nick and cut myself, because it actually injures people that he actually loves. Believe it or not, every action has an equal opposite reaction. And again, even your frictions can actually cause frictions on the earth that result into overall frictions to the Holy Father, and shit slides down most of him through me, and I'm the rock, and shit slides down from there. Now, and by the way, this morning, I had a fantastic night last night, and I'll tell you what, my third video it got blocked. And probably because I said something negative about the Washington State Sheriff's Department and across the United States. Now, I just want you to know that Satan and Eve is in hell. 1007 7th Street, Camas, Washington. There's a house right there on the corner. There's our bald eagle that's sitting on a tall stump. That house used to have trees all around it. Back in 2014, March 8th, I believe it was about then. And anyway, a lot of things happened about that time of year. Here I am again in February. Next is March, by the way. And you better be ready for what could be happening, because I told you March 26th, Dan, Chase, and all you guys up there, I don't really give a hoot about you. I've got my life, and my life's better than your life will ever be. You know, I say the law enforcement officer should get up there and appease the Holy Father by bringing me back some hardcore cash, because I don't want that trash garbage back that they've touched of mine. I don't want their kudos on it, and the Holy Father doesn't want it either. And by the way, if you don't, you'll pay. Why? Because the Holy Father requires it. I don't. It's just like that money that goes to the U.S. bank that I've been telling you about. God's going to probably be anchored over Geico Insurance and who else? Oh, Washington State Department of Illinois. Hell, These guys, they got off on the lesser instead of the higher, instead of giving me the medium right between. That was a precedence. And the Holy Father knows it, and Ellen and I knows it too. You know what they said? We're not going to talk about it. They just want us stonewall. Fine. I guess it's a card played, right? Department of L&I, right? Washington State Governor, our ex-governor, whoever the governor is now. I'm sure glad that it isn't Dave Reichard, the sheriff of Washington State, because that would have been terrible. One sheriff moving into the governor's office, if it's not there anyway. Ethics, and more ethics. You know, the God requires ethics. Ethics starts like this. When you've done something wrong, you just admit that you've done it wrong. Oh, and by the way, North Jackson FBI case file, right? Okay, well, there's a reward money on it. Oh, the Zodiac killer? Guess what? There's a reward money on it. You know what my dad told me? John, after you get the money, share and share alike. My dad thought he was sending me on a quest. I don't know, I assume that God uses people in amazing ways to do things. Like Nineveh. You know what? George could have been just somebody that had to perform along the way. And I could tell you something else about George L. Wright. In hell, right now, I could tell, and by the way, the law enforcement community, the sheriff's department, they know what I'm talking about. Since they housed my dad down there at the Moutain bowling alley, down there at 208 Main Street, Moutain, Washington, they put my dad right there with me. Right there, I heard Danny Johnson from the Johnsons from the Port Angeles, Washington, come down the stairs. George. But I heard Danny Johnson tell George to go get that beer and stuff, demanding it over at Monster Rock Lane's Heidelberg beer. You know, go get us a half a case of beer, George, belittling my dad in front of me after he came back from California. After I was in California during July of 1969 when I heard Darlene get murdered and David got injured, Lieutenant. You know, I know every player in the game. I do know Betty Lou Jensen. There's an L in the middle of the name. There's always an L in the middle of the name, like George L. Wright, Marietta L. Wright, Jerry L. Wright, Patty L. Wright, and also a C, Robert Bushman Queen, etc. like that. You either have to have an L or a C in your name to do business in Lewis County is what I figured out. And by the way, I didn't know my dad was a Zodiac or the Cooper, and the community was hiding behind me. And you know, if anything got back to me and I came forward, it was a leak, and they would eliminate the leak. I got lots of people that's dead now. Even Matthew Thomas Wright's gone out of my life just because of Bruce Kinsey and the way that the Sheriff's Department did me up there. How about the Merlin cases? The Merlin cases are those people that got abducted with Rick Reich involved in it. Or how about Morton Jane Doe, Lisa, that got her hands cut off and feet? That's upstairs from the Napa Auto Parts. Jim Kaiser worked right there. Jim Kaiser could identify the woman, Lisa, from Morton Jane Doe. Why Jim Kaiser never came forward? Why, Jim? Because you live right there where Terry Sherwood got murdered, right there in that little area, and all the houses are set up like, if you say anything, you know, we'll do something. You'll be that flower bed right there on the corner of the property, like next to Bob and Carol Whitlow's house, that looks like a ghost town right there. That's a reminder of what happened to Terry Sherwood right there, where Jim Kaiser lives. Jim Kaiser, how do you feel today? Jim Kaiser, you were supposed to be my friend. You know what, Jim Kaiser, I came to your dad's place. Your dad had a, perpetual motion generator sitting right there. He would just turn it and just run until I come in there next time on my bicycle, doing newspapers and stuff. You know, he was on my newspaper out, Mr. Kaiser, and he'd be running right there. He was the inventor, Jim Kaiser staff. You know, I can't help it. I admired people that did good, and I didn't admire people that did bad. And by the way, they hid it. They hid it behind me. That Morton bowling alley was built by me and my dad hands and another gentleman that was related to Nancy Fairheart, possibly a brother-in-law. But I remember everything well. 160 from the bowl, and now it's $40,000 went somewhere else. Law enforcement community got 20%. That's how it works, gentlemen. And you know, I'm talking about Church South Zodiac, D.B. Cooper, J.F. Hayes involved in this too. Hezbollah's right there in Morton, Washington. George Fairhart's that right there, jumping up and down, saying, "Yeah, your dad's our prisoner." Your dad's our slave. Now your dad's our slave. Because Zodiac was talking about slaves and collecting them for the afterlife. Guess what? I'm D.B. Cooper's son. By the way, I'm Adam from Adam and Eve. By the way, I'm Yeshua, the Holy Father's son. And by the way, there's nothing that I could do that would ever send me to get harmed again in hell. So my life is very well blessed, where your life may not. Well, I'll tell you what, it's Yeshua inside the cup, it's Yeshua outside the cup. Get excited, because Eve and Satan are now in prison in hell. But when I sleep so pleasantly like I have the last 2 nights, it's nice. It's very nice. I'll be here at the Raw Inn in Heeres, Washington, 3 nights a week. 4 nights I'm going to be out doing things. I got an Olympic-sized pool waiting for me to work out, and I'm going to be working out around the area and stuff. Hopefully I'm going to be going back into some other arts that I'm doing right now at this present time with a very promising teacher. And thank you for your time this morning. And by the way, if you get around, you go down to Starbucks. And everybody knows out Starbucks that I've been there this morning. Here's my potato wedges to my coffee. Now the thermos of coffee right here. Great coffee, great coffee, great thermos. I got it at Big 5. I like to give everybody credit when they get credit. And credit's due. And by the way, you know, I'd watch the videos and stuff like that, and I'll tell you, there was a woman down at the Starbucks, and you know, she broke her leg. And she was the woman that I threw down the trump card, I call it, the trump card. Don't give me that shit, that Trump shit. So anyway, I threw down this placard that is a woman on one side and it's a man on the other side. The men are supposed to go on the right, the women are supposed to go on the left, from the left-hand side. Anyway, she had broke her legs after this instance of this whole thing. Just, you know, not very long after. And I came in and I thought, oh my God, something happened to this woman. It's interesting how things like that happen. But I've been worried and concerned about her, and I went down there today, and there's the woman. She's walking and she's doing better, and I can tell that she might still be in a little bit of grief, but she is moving, and she's back. Just like I said, you're already back. And you know what? I was pulling for her. I would never want somebody to fall off a ladder or something get hurt. Anyway, it's great to be here. I wish you a great day. You know what? When I get upset, it's going to pour off into the music. I want to sing I Shot the Sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. I'm a really fun guy, law enforcement officers. I'm the nicest guy in the world until you guys piss me off and I find out wrongdoing. Now look, just because they did that then don't mean that you have to continue it now. And you don't need to be an asshole to me anymore. God damn it. Don't do it. Shine away. I'll offer you a cup of coffee. On me. Don't take on me, I'll smash you with a rock. Take on me, I'll be gone. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to be coming to a gambling casino because I'm getting ready to withdraw. I'm going to try to work out all my money so I have so much every day, and I don't want to under budget, and every weekend, Rama in Heeres, Washington. By the way, if you want to come down, come on down. And Mitch over there at Postal Plus, I'll be there. Mitch over there at Coastal Plus, we've got some cars, you know, and these are just some, you know what these are. These are just cars, but look. Oh, they're the biggest cars. You got the biggest hot rod selection in the Pacific Northwest, on the west coast of the United States. What? 20 cars? No. 40 cars? 40 cars? Is this 40 cars now? 40? No. 140 cars? You know, I could get a lot past 140 cars. And, 220 cars on our lot. I knocked my coffee over, but it was airtight alibi. Oh, yeah. I had an airtight alibi. And I backed it up with some of this Woodinville whiskey that's made right here in Washington State. And for the lady that I seen over there at Safeways and Washougal, they had that 3 bottles there, and I said, don't do it. Don't do it. You thought I was really cute. I thought you were really cute. I said, I don't see a ring on your finger, but she seen the ring on mine. And don't do it. Yeah, we can have fun. You know me and you can. You know what she said? You know what that woman said? I said, have you tried the Woodinville whiskey? And she goes, that's what I drink. And I said, I knew she was a very smart and intelligent woman when I met that woman over there. And I'll bet you that woman down there at Starbucks, if I play my cards right, she'll be having coffee with me in the morning and a shot of whiskey, a little conversation, gets us by really good. And what? It's number 22. It's 22 and it's black. Goes my shot glass. Good morning, Starbucks in the morning. Hey, it's the deal. Oh, by the way, I want to say hello to the family plant and all the families and stuff in the community out there. And, Pamela from Baywatch down there on the peninsula. Pamela and Ryan. And I've got Kim and Rick. They're a really nice couple and stuff. And by the way, Kim, HGH Surge, that's what you want to use. And I need to go get a bottle of that myself. Dead off dead? Oh, yeah. You know, I'm not a bad guy. I just pass the deal around. Even Satan's in hell. This is a Sunday show from the MTM Mountaintop Music. Getting world. Eastern boys and Western girls. Western County getting well. Eastern boys and Western girls. Good morning, America. Western girls. Donald Trump, you know what? Just tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and pull your finger out of your ass. And maybe you'll need to stick it in your mouth to get a good taste. But shit stinks. America sucked under your leadership before. What the fuck do you think you're gonna do this time? Straighten up, because God don't like it. You know how I know? I feel restriction, asshole. Getting along. Eastern boys and Western girls. I could speak the truth, Donald Trump. You know what? I voted for you this time. I gave you money. I got one of your hats that's on the back of my motorhome. Everyone in Kansas knows how I feel about you, Donald Trump. But you're the president of the United States, so why don't you act like it with some dignity and do what's correct for the people and by the people you were hired for. And by the way, you were hired by everyone, not just your goddamn soul fucking weirdos. Weirdo Donald J. Trump. John T. Wright, Donald J. Trump. Hey, figure out the numbers alphabetical. A to Z like this. 1 to 26, 1 to 26, and look at the parallel. Guess what? Down and getting along. Eastern boys and Western girls. I'm not in the fault. I'm in the correctness because it's biblical. Getting wild. Eastern boys and Western girls. That is so good in the morning. Shot of whiskey, coffee, I'm gonna be taking another shot of goddamn milk. Why? I'm on fucking vacation. Potatoes, veggies in the morning, coffee, Woodinville whiskey, Starbucks, Woodinville whiskey. I think we should get a liquor license for over at Starbucks so we can have a shot of whiskey in the morning with our coffee to get us going in the morning. That won't be for everyone, but it'll be like for people like me. It's just too fucking cool not to do it. Why? I know what the law is, and I know what the law is for overpowering stuff. A, B, C, and D. I rate people when they come through the goddamn door. I know what you're doing before you get there. My dad could size up people to do it. And I knew my dad could do it. But then, Herb Kreitzer, the owner of the Heeres bowling center that I worked here, I just managed it. Herb owned that bowling alley, but it was like it was mine. When I left, they closed the doors. It's still closed today. They took the signage off it. Hello, Herbie, I'd sure like to see you again. Remember the day I jacked you over the bar because you said something about my dad, and I said, don't you ever say something about my dad. My dad's dead. But I'm not hurt. And guess who I ended up being? And by the way, I think the lane's so goddamn perfect. All you guys start bowling 300 games. Wasn't that fun? And there are block lanes, and you know it, Herb. There are block lanes. I'm a master blocker. I cock block Satan and Eve. I feel pretty goddamn good about that one too. And everybody, you have a wonderful day, and welcome it's Sunday. Good morning, and have a great day. And go to Starbucks and say, John Wright II.